all the good, all the bad, it's worth it to live the life that He's designed for you, because it is the beautiful life and a life to the fullest, and He wants good for you in your life. My name is Lauren Akins. I am a mother of 3 living in Nashville, Tennessee with my husband, Thomas Rhett Akins. He is in the country music world. I am actually now an author of a book called Live in Love, and I also serve on the board of an organization that is so close to my heart called Love One International. So our family has gone through many life changes. I travel a lot with the work that I do with Love One International, and initially I went to Haiti, but then it brought me to Uganda, and that's where I spend the majority of my overseas life. That's where I met Willa Gray, our oldest daughter, and she's adopted from Uganda. Now we have 3 little girls, and yeah, we've had a lot of life changes, a lot of what feels like times in the valley, and then also being up on that mountaintop. A lot of heavy loss throughout my life, but then a lot of really beautiful moments that are some of the best memories that I have. But I think through all of that, I have learned so much about love and how crucial it is to a human life. It's a lifeline to me. It's a lifeline to my family. I think in a world where it can feel confusing sometimes, and sometimes it can feel hopeless, it's so important to have your faith and to have those around you that you love and that love you back, and just to cling to the truths that are of Jesus, and to know His heart and what ultimately He has for me in my life, especially. I know that He's walking before me. I know that nothing that is happening in my life is a surprise to Him, and I just remind myself always that He's in control, that I don't have to do it on my own. I can't do it on my own, and that's relieving. But just that daily conscious effort of giving it over to Him is huge, and has been a huge part in my life growing up, through the adoption story, into our marriage, into Him traveling a lot. Now me being a mom of 3 little girls, I have to hand it over to Him, or I would just crumble and fail. Yeah, I think that's so important for all of us to learn and know too, is that we can't do it on our own. We were never meant to do it on our own. We were meant to lean on Him. We were meant for community. We were meant to have those people in our lives to surround us and encourage us, and to remind us of those truths and speak those into our lives. I think when people experience love, real love, they find out quickly that it is hard work. Whether you're talking about your relationship with your kids, or your husband or wife, or even with the Lord, I think that it's something that you have to put work into. It's not just gonna flourish on its own. It's not going to grow on its own, and it's not going to stay together on its own. It's something that you have to work at. You have to put time and effort and energy and a lot of love into it, and most of the time it's a selfless love. I think deep down that's what love is. The act of being selfless and putting someone else above yourself. And it's very hard to do, but it is something that we strive for as a family every day, to try to put each other first, and to above even everyone in our family is to put Jesus at the top and to truly find out what that love relationship is with each of us individually with him. You have to be honest, you've got to be selfless, you've got to be real, you've got to be vulnerable, and sometimes that feels scary, but I think deep down we all want to be known and we all want to be loved, and it's encouraging to know that we all are known and loved by our Creator, and the example that he's set for us is kind of how I base my trying to live a life of love, is to look back at his life on earth and see how he did it, because he's the ultimate teacher. The name of my book is Live in Love, and it's a story about me and my life and the way that I grew up. It was something that the Lord had put in my lap, and I like to look at how he works in my life is he puts doors in front of me, and I like to say when he opens a door that I want to be the person that says yes and walks through it. And so he put this door in front of me, I felt like, and I just said yes. I said I would do it. In the pages of my book, I hope to paint a picture of reality and a real marriage and a real woman in this world, a real mom. And that's my hope, is that you can find yourself on the pages of my book and not feel alone and feel encouraged and feel inspired to make sure that you continue to surround yourself with the people who are going to speak that truth into your life and encourage you, and to speak against any of the lies that you may be hearing or telling yourself or allowing others to speak into your life. So I have a quote here from Jesus Calling from January 25th, and I hope that it will encourage you to let God love you fiercely and in turn live a life of love in love. Let my love enfold you in the radiance of my glory. Sit still in the light of my presence and receive my peace. These quiet moments with me transcend time, accomplishing far more than you can imagine. Bring me the sacrifice of your time and watch to see how abundantly I bless you and your loved ones. One of the most powerful things that I do in my own life is to constantly pray peace and all of the fruits of the Spirit over myself, over my kids, over my husband. I try to do it daily, and it has been amazing for our family, and just to keep that in mind throughout the day, just constantly thinking about the fruits of the Spirit, and then inviting the Holy Spirit into my life, whatever I'm dealing with during that day or in that moment, or as a mom or as a wife or just anything, just inviting Holy Spirit into those moments in my day has made a huge impact. And also just knowing that, again, he is in control, and letting that peace fill you and sustain you and give you hope for the rest of the day and for tomorrow. And it's so important and so good for me to hear and say to myself, and I know it's also so good to hear and to know for our world today.